Shakara yashkuru. Nazala yanzilu. Bahasa yabhasu. Brothers and sisters, write down after bahasa yabhasu, write down an. It will always be there, huh? Okay, brothers and sisters? Bahasa yabhasu. It will help you, brothers and sisters. Arafa ya'rifu. Okay. Now we did some amar. I want to find out whether you still remember. Okay, brother. Darasa yadrusu. Make amar of yadrusu. Udrus. Udrus. Huh? MashaAllah. You remember, huh? Sakana yaskunu. Amar uskun. Huh? Shakara yashkuru. Amar ushkur. Very good. Nazala yanzilu. Amar inzil. Inzil. Huh? Okay. Bahatha yabhathu. Amar ibhath. Are you with me? Ibhath. Now you got to do amar now. Huh? All of them, inshallah. Sa'ida yas'adu is'ad. Very good. Arafa ya'rifu i'rif. I'rif. Huh? But amar is either u or e. Never a. Okay. Now, this is a different verb. Just remember the verb. Mata yamutu. Are you with me? Just remember that. Okay. We don't say amar. We don't want to say somebody die. Okay. Nasitu, we will do it later. Karibun akriba'u. Huh? Af'ila'u. Okay. So you will remember this, huh, brother? Karibun akriba'u. Aghniya'u. Akwiya'u. Those are the patterns. Unwanun anawinu. Mafa'ilu. Okay, brothers and sisters? Pitakatun. It's one word, remember, it's a noun. Your visiting card, business card. Bitakatun. Mahattatun, station, bus stop, or train station. Mahattatun. Thawbun, your dress. Thiyabun. Now this is important. Risalatun, letter. Rasailu, mafa'ilu. Okay, brothers and sisters. Hallakun, your barber. Hallakuna, Jama Mudhakkar Salim. Mustawsafu, okay, brother and sister, clinic. Saidaliyatun, your pharmacy. Aruzzu, rice. Huh? You can write on next to it basmati. Okay. Kadimun, coming. Huh? Next. Huh? Khailun is a horse. Huh? What is the jama? Khuyulun. Alhamdulillah, we finished this. Now we start our new lesson, brother. And in this new lesson, brothers and sisters, see how beautifully Dr. Abdurrahim explains us. In the previous lesson, it was askunu, taskunu, adrusu, tadrusu. Huh? Tadrusuna, okay, yadrusuna. In the last lesson, anti did not come, and hunna did not come. Okay, now they are coming here. So we will have to now get used to it. And this is very beautiful, brother. Now you are getting deeper and deeper, and inshallah, you will be able to use many sentences now. Huh? Okay, brothers and sisters? Fa'ala is to do something. Fa'ala is to do. What is mudariya? Yaf'alu. Huh? Okay? Can we do yaf'alu mudariya? Yaf'alu, yaf'alani, yaf'aluna. Hiya taf'alu, taf'alani, hunna, yaf'alna, hunna, yaf'alna. Okay? Anta, taf'alu, taf'alani, taf'aluna, anti, taf'alina, taf'alina. And then taf'alani, antunna, taf'alna, ana, af'alu, nahnu, naf'alu. So, if I have to ask brother Muhammad, I will say, Mada taf'alu ya akhi? What are you doing? Because it's present tense. If I have to ask Sister Hafsa, what will I say to her? Mada taf'alina ya Hafsa. Are you with me? If you are drinking something, then I will ask you, Mada tashrabu ya akhi? Are you with me? Mada tashrabu ya akhi? If I have to ask Sumayya, she is drinking something, Mada tashrabina? What will you say? Tashrabina. Ya Sumayya. If I have to say to Hassan, Mada ta'kulu ya Hassan? What are you eating? If I have to ask Sister Fatima, what will I say? Mada ta'kulina? Now you got to used to it, brother. Get used to this. And you do, if you do practice every day, 2, inshallah, you will be very comfortable. Inshallah. If brother Abdul Samad is reading something, how will I ask him, what are you reading? Maza takra'u ya Abdul Samad. What will you say? Maza takra'u ya Abdul. If I have to say to Sister Naima, what will I say? Maza takra'ina ya Naima. Are you with me? It's very simple. Suppose Brother Saeed is writing something. I don't know whether he's writing a story or a letter or something. So how will I ask him? What are you writing? Maza taktubu ya Saeed. Maza taktubu ya Saeed. If I have to ask Sister Sukhaina, she's writing something. Maza taktubina. Are you with me? Very good, inshallah. So, now brother Abdul Mukim is memorizing something. So what will I say? Mada tahfazu ya Abdul Hakim. What are you memorizing? Now if I have to ask Sister Mainaz, what will I say to her? Mada tahfazina. Mada tahfazina. So we get now used to these things. And this lesson will help us. Lesson number 10, 11, 12, if you just revise them at home loudly, it will help you. It will help you, brothers and sisters. It's a long lesson but very interesting. Hamid is asking his wife, Maza taf'alina ya Umma Ahmad. Umma Ahmad. Why it is Umma and not Ummu? Because Ya came. When Ya comes, then the munada, if it happens to be mudaf, it becomes mansub. Remember? Inshallah. What is Ummu Ahmad saying? And you see Ummu Ahmada, not Ahmadi. Why not Ahmadi? Ahmada, because it is diptote. You got to remember all these things. Abhathu anad dawai. I am looking for the medicine. Allazi, which akhastuhu, I got it, min al mustashfa amsi, from hospital yesterday. Okay. Now I come again, brothers and sisters. Maza taf'alina. What is taf'alina? Are you with me? Fi'lun, mudari'un, marfu'un, bi subuti. No. We'll get used to it, inshallah. Okay? And then, aina fa'il? Ya is your fa'il. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Very good. Abhathu. How will I describe abhathu? Fi'lun, mudari'un, marfu'un, bi damma. Where is the fa'il? Mustatir. Taqdiruhu, ana. Ana. Abhathu. Huh? Akhastuhu. Akhaztuhu. Fi'al, fa'il, maf'ulun bihi. Mashallah. Akhastuhu min al-mustashfa amsi. Which I took it from the hospital yesterday. Huwa alal maktabi. It is on the desk. Fi ghurfati. In my room. Fi ghurfati, how many words are there? 3 words are there. Huh? Ghurfati, 2 words. Okay, brothers and sisters? Kaifa halukil yawma. Translation, brother? How are you today? Huh? MashaAllah. La'allakil yawma. La'allaki. Huh? I hope. Huh? Here it is hope. La'allakil yawma ahsanu. You are better. Brother, what is la'alla? Min akhwatu inna. Okay, where is ismu la'alla? Ki. Huh? Where is khabar la'alla? Ahsanu. Huh? Marfu. Very good. Naam. Ana al-yawma ahsanu. Ana al-yawma or ana al-yawma ahsanu. I am better today. Huh? Ana mubtada al-yawma zarf and ahsanu khabar. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. And all praise be to Allah. Mata tazhabina. Are you with me now, brothers and sisters? Mata tazhabina. Now, how do you describe tazhabina? Brothers, once you know one, you know all. Tazhabina, fi'lun, mudari'un, marfun, bi thubuti nun. Where is the file? Yeah, khalas. It's so beautiful and so simple and so, easy if we understand it. Inshallah. Okay. Translation, brother. Mata tazhabina al mustashfa. When will you go to Mustafa? When will you go to Mustashfa? Okay. What is the answer? Sa'azhabu ba'da sa'atin. What is the meaning of sa'azhabu ba'da sa'atin? I will go after an hour. After an hour. Very good, brothers and sisters. Inshallah. We always say inshallah, brother. If Allah wills, inshallah. Sa'azhabu. What is sa? Harfu istiqbal. Remember, we did it last time. Harfu istiqbal. And azhabu, fi'lun mudari'un marfu'un bidamma. Where is the file of azhabu, brothers and sisters? Mustatir takdirhu ana. Okay. You must remember, 5 in your pocket. So, yadhabu, tazhabu, azhabu, nazhabu. How do I say in the pronoun voice? Huwa, hiya, anta, ana, and nahnu. Are you with me? So huwa and hiya, maybe the file will be there. Or maybe it is mustatir. But as far as anta, ana, and nahnu, the file is always mustatir. Inshallah, remember this, brother. Because this rule will remain with us forever now. Okay. Ma'aman tadhabina. How will you translate this? Ma'aman. With whom you are going. Are you with me? Or with whom you will be going. See, tadhabina can have the meaning of present or future. With whom will you be going? Or with whom you are going? Okay? Fine, brother. Do I have to say tazabina? You know it. What is tazabina? It's easy, inshallah. Okay. Sa'adhabu ma'a Ahmada. I will go with Ahmad. Ahmad is her son. Atarifina. Do you see now? Atarifina. Atarifina tabibata. Allati zahabti ilayha amsi. How will you translate this, brother? Do you know? Do you know the doctor? No, I say which will not be better. Whom you went to? Who you went to yesterday? who you went to yesterday? Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Fine. Tarifina. Arafa, yarifu. Okay? Yarifu, anta, tarifu, anti, tarifina. Okay? Tarifina, fi'lun mudari'un marfu'un bi thubuti nun. You got to say it quickly now. Okay? Okay. You must practice it many times. So that when you are sleeping and when you are turning your side, you say fi'lun mudari'un marfu'un bi thubuti nun. Okay? Okay, brothers and sisters. Naam. Yes. Arifuha. Arifu. Arafa yarifu. Arifuha. So I know her. MashaAllah. Ha is maf'ulun bihi. Ismuha. Her name is. Ismu mubtada ha. Mudaf ilayhi. Because sometimes in some grammar books, brothers and sisters, they will only say mudaf ilayhi. They will say ismu mubtada and ha mudaf ilayhi. Because it is understood. In short. Okay. Bye. Okay, brothers and sisters. Ismuha. Okay, where is the khabar? Ad-doktura. Ad-doktura tu. Ad-doktura we can say. That is your khabar. And what is su'al? Badal, mashallah. 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 Yakuluna. Oh. We haven't done this. Yakuluna. What is the meaning of yakuluna? They say. Okay, brother? Even though I will not attempt to conjugate this because there's some... this verb is weak, so it won't conjugate in the normal way. So we will leave it. But yakuluna, can I define it? Yes. How? Fi'lun, mudari'un, marfu'un, bi thubuti nun. Aina fa'il. Wow, mashallah. Yakuluna, okay. Innaha, oh. I know inna. Harfu tawqid wa nasbin. And what is ha? Ismu inna, badabda samad, mansub. Always we should describe it mansub. And khabar is always marfu. Okay. Innaha ahsanu tabibatin. Superlative degree. They say, truly she is the best doctor in the hospital. Where is our khabar, brother? Ahsanu only. Wa huwa mudaf. And then mudaf ilayhi. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Now, from his wife, he now turns to his sons. Maza taf'aluna ya abnai. Translation, brother. What are you doing? And you know taf'aluna, how will you describe it? Wow is the fine. Fine, brother. Okay, what is the answer? Naktubu. What is naktubu, brothers and sisters? Fi'lun, mudari'un, marfu'un, bidamma. Where is the file? What's that? Taqdiruhu, nahnu. Al-wajibati. Homework. Brother, wajibati, how will you describe wajibati? Is it khabar? What is it? Naktubu. We write. We are writing. Writing what? Maf'ulun bihi. But then there is a kasra there. Jama muannas salim. Remember, for that you always just remember one ayah, brother. Khalaqallahu samawati wal arda. Okay, brothers and sisters, we must always remember how Jama muannas salim reacts when we make it mansub. Normally, the mansub noun ends with a fatah, but not if it is Jama muannas salim. When it is Jama muannas salim, then it gets a kasra, which is not normal. But we got to remember, that Jama Muannas Salim, when it comes as a Maf'ulun Bihi, or it comes as a Ismu Inna, or Ismu Anna, or Ismu La'alla, or whatever, it ends with a Kasra. And the best thing is to remember, brother and sister, is to remember this verse from Quran. And that verse is, brothers and sisters, خَلَقَ اللَّهُ samawati wal arda. Can you see? خَلَقَ فِعْلْ مَاضِي مَبْنِيٌ عَلَى فَتَحٍ. And then Allahu fa'ilun marfu'un. And then samawati. Khalaqallahu. Allah created. Created what? Then we need an answer, and that is our maf'ulun bihi. So samawati. Can you see here? Kasra. That is mansub. How come it is mansub with a kasra? The answer is because it is Jama Muannas Salim. So we have to remember that. And then waw came, harfu atfin, followed by a noun which is mawtufun ala samawati. But this noun gets a fatah because it is mansub. So here we have two things right in front of us. Kasra and fatah. Maf'ulun bihi, waw, and mawtufun ala samawati. If you take this samawati and you say khalaqallahu al-arda, see, mansub bil fatah. But you say khalaqallahu samawati, mansub bil kasra. Why? Because it is Jama Muannas Salim. There's a beautiful verse in the Quran, brothers and sisters. I would urge you to memorize it. It's so very beautiful. And that is Suratul Ahzab, verse number 35, in which this is a very beautiful surah that 10 Jama Muzakkar Salim and 10 Jama Muannas Salim are coming together. This is a very unique verse of the Quran. I think most of you already know it. But if you don't know, please go home and refer it. Suratul Ahzab, which is Surah 33, and verse number 35. It starts with Innal Muslimina wal Muslimati wal Mu'minina wal Mu'minati wa Qanitina wal Qanitati wa Sadiqina wa Sadiqati wa Sabirina wa Sabirati wa Khashi'ina wa Khashi'ati wal Mutasaddiqina wal Mutasaddiqati was Sa'imina wa Sa'imati wa Hafizina furujahum wal Hafizati wa Zakirina Allah kathiran wa Zakirati. So in that you will see, brothers and sisters, that Inna has come, and after Inna we need Ismu Inna, and that has to be Mansub. So here is a Jama Mudhakkar Salim, Innal Muslimina. Muslimina is Mansub, and what is the sign of its being Mansub? It's a Ya. And what about Muslimati? This waw has come, so Muslimati is Mansub, and it is Mawtufun ala Muslimina. But what is the sign of its Mansub? The sign of its Mansub is Kasra. Why? Because it is Jama Muannas Salim. Inshallah, you will remember this, inshallah, brothers and sisters. Now we carry on. Hamid is saying, Atafhamuna ad-durusa jayidan. Translation, brothers and sisters. Do you understand the lessons Very well. Tafhamuna. Is harfu istifham, for asking question. Tafhamuna, which is, we are now used to it, brothers and sisters. Fi'lun, mudari'un, marfu'un, bisubuti nun. And where is the fa'il, brothers and sisters? The fa'il is vaw. What is the verb? Fahima yafhamu. Bab samiya. Ad-durusa mafulun bihi. What is jayidan, brothers and sisters? I'm sure you can figure out that jayidan is mafulun mutlaq. What is mafulun mutlaq? Inshallah, we'll study in book 3. Now the sons are answering, al-abna'u, na'am, nafahamuha, nafahamuha. Brothers and sisters, nafahamu, fi'lun mudari'un marfu'un bid-damma. Where is the fa'il? Fa'il is mustatir. Taqdiruhu nahnu. And what is this ha doing here? Ha is mafulun bihi. But then what does it represent? All the damir must represent something. They must go somewhere to indicate for what noun it is being used. So here, ha refers to durusa. Atafhamuna durusa. So durusa is what is being represented by ha. How come ha is coming? Muannas? The answer is kullu jama muannas. That is why ha means durusa. Yes, we understand the lessons. Jayidan, again, mafulun mutlaq. Walhamdulillah. And all praise belongs to Allah. Hamid is asking again, brothers and sisters. Ayya suratin. Ayya has come. Mansub. Why? There has to be a verb in the sentence. And what is the verb in the sentence? Tahfazun al-ana. Tahfazuna. Hafiza yahfadu. This verb requires mafulun bihi. So if you say tahfazuna, the question is, you memorized or you are memorizing? What are you memorizing? Then we need the answer. So that is our mafulun bihi. But how come ayya has come in the beginning? Mafulun bihi always follows the verb. Okay, the sequence is fi'al, fa'il, mafulun bihi. How come ayya has come in the beginning? Brothers and sisters, ayyu, ayya, ayyi, they are all ismu istifham. Ismu istifham means they are the nouns for asking, nouns of interrogation. And they have to come in the beginning. So the sentence can also be changed to tahfazuna ayya suratin, for our understanding. But then ayya has to come in the beginning, not afterwards. So ayya suratin tahfazuna al-ana. How we will analyze it, brothers and sisters? Ayya mafulun bihi mansubun wa huwa mudaf, suratin mudaf ilayhi, tahfazuna fi'lun mudari'un marfu'un bi thubuti nun. And where is the fa'il? Al-waw. Antum. Al-ana zarfu zaman. Ahmad is replying, brothers and sisters, amma, as for. What is the meaning of amma? As for. We will be studying amma in detail in book 3, brothers and sisters. But here, we have already done it. I'm going to repeat it. After amma comes mubtada. After amma comes mubtada. Okay? Then mubtada must have a khabar. When you bring in the khabar, before khabar, fa comes. Now, I will request you, from now onwards, maybe you have done it in the past, I have already asked you to do it. Whenever amma comes and fa comes, highlight the fa. Okay? You can even highlight amma also. When you highlight fa, it brings to our mind that the use of fa is necessary. Okay, brothers and sisters? So, amma, ana, as for I, now is the khabar. فَأَحْفَظُ Surat al-Mulki. As for I am memorizing Surat al-Mulk. وَأَمَّا هَؤُلَاءِ And as for these, that means his brothers, fa, again fa, so highlight fa again. Fa, yafazuna, they are. Yafazuna Surat al-Qalami. Yafazuna, we know it, brothers and sisters. Fi'lun mudari'un marfu'un bi thubuti nun. Waw is the file. No, it is hum, they, because it is yafazuna. Inshallah, you understand fully, brothers and sisters. Now comes something different, brother. Now the verbs are going to be different. Because now Hamid is addressing his daughters. See how beautiful this lesson is? First, Hamid was addressing his wife. So all the fi'ls were second person, muannas, anti. Then Hamid started addressing his sons. The verb was antum. And in here, fayafazuna was hum. Now he is addressing his daughters. So they are antunna. What are they? Antunna. Now, at this juncture, brothers and sisters, I have come up in my mind a new song. Very simple little song. But if you will memorize it, you will understand the whole fi'l mudari'ah. Brothers and sisters, are you ready? Now you know fi'l mudari'ah, we divide it into 3 groups, just for us to understand it. Group number 1, 5 in your pocket. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? 5 in your pocket. Huwa, hiya, anta, ana, and nahnu. Okay? These are 5 in your pocket. And then we have noon comes and noon goes. In this section, the noon is the sign that the fi'l mudari'ah is marfu. And if you drop the noon, then fi'l mudari'ah is no longer marfu. It can be mansub and it can be majzum. But we got to understand that at this level of our study, we are only dealing with marfu form. Later on, we will study majzum and mansub. So we should not be worried about majzum and mansub now. We will only concentrate on marfu form. And then the third section, brothers and sisters, the third section is mabni. There are 2 forms of fi'l mudari'ah, hunna and antunna, and they are mabni. But how do you describe it, brothers and sisters? So here is a little poetry, brothers and sisters. Inshallah, you will like it. Can you read it, brothers and sisters? Inshallah, you can read it. I put it in a song form. Inshallah, you like the song. Fi'lun madin, fi'lu amrin, mabniyani, mabniyani. Fi'lu madin, fi'lu amrin, مبنياني مبنياني. فعل مضارع is معرب. It has three kinds of moods. فعل مضارع is معرب. It has three kinds of moods. It can be marfu, it can be mansub, it can be majzoom, but never majroor. It can be marfu, it can be mansub, it can be majzoom, but never majroor. Now this has got a nice beat, brothers and sisters. Inshallah, you'll follow the beat now also. Here, brothers and sisters, I'll say it one more time. فعل ماضٍ فعل أمر مبنيان مبنيان. فعل مضارع is معرب. It has three kinds of moods. It can be marfu, it can be mansub, it can be majzoom, but never majroor. So brothers and sisters, fi'l madi and fi'l amar, they are mabni. They do not change. Okay? But fi'l mudhariya has three moods. So every time fi'l mudhariya will come, we got to describe it. Is it marfu? Is it mansub? Is it majzoom? We got to describe it. Okay? And it will never, ever, ever be majroor. Huh? Now, we must remember, brothers and sisters, the noun are declined. Huh? They have three cases. What are those three cases? Marfu, mansub, and majroor. Noun can never be majzoom. But now we come to fi'l mudhariya. We say it has three moods. Marfu, like the noun. Mansub, like the noun. But then it is majzoom. And only fi'l mudhariya can be majzoom. And it can never be majroor. Inshallah, if you keep this in your mind, brothers and sisters, it will make things very easy. Now, when it is 5 in your pocket, remember, brothers and sisters, when it is 5 in your pocket, you will see dhamma, if it is marfu. You will see fatha, when it is mansub. And you will see sukoon at the end, when it is majzoom. So it's very easy, 5 in your pocket. But when it comes to noon comes and noon goes, noon aata hai, noon jata hai, then the sign of its being marfu is, the sign of its being marfu is the presence of noon. With the presence of noon, it is marfu, and with the absence of noon, it is either mansub or majzoom. The sentence will tell us. Now we come to the third group, brothers and sisters. And third group, is the hunna and antunna. Hunna and antunna, they are mabni. We will always describe it like this. Fi'lun mudariun mabniun ala sukun. And then we will add fi mahalli raf'in. Inshallah, you'll get used to this. It's very easy. In place of it's being marfu, okay, or fi mahalli nasbin, or fi mahalli jasmin, depending on what is happening in the sentence. Inshallah, I will explain you in detail. But now we are starting the verbs which are used for antunna. So Hamid is saying to his daughters, Maza تفعلنا أنتن يا بناتي ماذا تفعلنا أنتن يا بناتي. What is the translation, brothers and sisters? The translation is, what are you doing, O my daughters? So, taf'alna, that is the verb. Antunna has been brought for emphasis. Okay? Now you see, taf'alna is fi'lun, mudari'un, mabniun, ala sukun. Taf'alna is fi'lun, mudari'un, mabniun, ala sukun. Maybe I should write it. All these verbs will come, and I'm going to write it. Taf'alna, and then tal abna, and then takra'ana, and another verb will come, taktubna, and then ta'rifna. These are the verbs which will come. So brothers and sisters, can you see? You will always say fi'lun, mudari'un, mabniun ala sukun. Where is the sukun? This is your verb, brothers and sisters. And this is the noun. This is your file. Got the idea, brothers and sisters?